What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new league racing video here today. We're finally back for the second round of Transnation eSports, the National Series here today at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Just a quick explanation as to why this wasn't streamed or uploaded earlier. Sunday morning, actually slept in, so I decided to actually not stream it, as I will admit I probably held proceedings up a little bit. So apologies to all the guys that were sitting here waiting for me. But yeah, and reason two as to why it hasn't been uploaded sooner is we've actually had a lot of house renovation going on at the moment. This is actually the first time that I've been home in almost 5 days now. So yeah, I'm jumping straight back on to record this, and I think I've got a somewhat good memory of what goes on. As you can see, we're in our first qualifying lap now. This one here, I will admit, this was nothing special. I was still honestly half asleep when I actually set this lap. As you can see, there's like 6 minutes of the session have already gone by before we actually set a lap. Puts us P4 provisionally. That will not stand, I can tell you that right now. 25.6 is an absolutely garbage time. So we're definitely going to have to go a hell of a lot quicker than that. But anyway, we'll head over to our second lap of the session now. As you can see, we've been knocked all the way down to P12, but we're not really going much better, to be fair. Purple middle sector. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how can you have a red first sector and a purple middle? Well, we're actually 3/10 down in the first sector due to an almighty cock-up in turn 1, and as a result we've gained time back throughout the lap. We're going to cross the line to improve only to P10 with a 125.510. Wasn't happy with that, but our final lap here, this was enough to park us on the second row of the grid in 3rd position with a very solid lap. With a little bit more time in it, I felt I definitely could have gotten pole position, but this lap, it was pretty good, especially considering I was somewhat awake and asleep. So I'll let you guys enjoy it, but this is what got us P3. Alright, here we are then, coming out of the final corner. It's an improvement of not quite 4.5 tenths. We come across the line for a 1 minute 25.077. Put us P2 provisionally at the time, but I can say Bailey come across the line about 20-30 seconds after us and actually cracked a high 24. So G-Force 1-2, not a real big surprise, let's be fair, as well, they're all that close and tight-knit. They probably all know each other's every little secret. So we'll have to, we'll have to try and do something pretty special to try and take the fight to these guys. But we're in a solid position to do so. P3, with a Sol Williams in this race as well. Bullet Boy actually got a race ban for that incident, shall we say, that happened on the safety car. Really down due to his connection, but yeah, stewards looked at it, and in the end it was deemed that, well, all I know is that he got a race ban, so only one Williams on the grid today, and yeah, we'll do what we can. Definitely not going to be easy. One stop looking like the way to go, but obviously that is depending on any safety car interventions or anything like that. Yeah, I think that's everything we need to talk about. So, away we go for the formation lap. Got to make sure that we actually get some temp in these tyres, otherwise we'll go nowhere.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
I'm trying to do that, Jeff, just so you know. But away we go for the formation lap. Now, if you haven't seen the first round, 2 weeks ago now, I think it is basically, we ended up getting 5th on track, but we actually ended up getting demoted back down to P8 due to a post-race penalty for overtaking, I should say, at the safety car restart at the end of the race.
At the moment. No rain currently expected.
I wouldn't expect any either, considering we're in the desert. Quick change of subject. As you can see there, we've actually been removed from the formation lap. I think Quinlan in the Red Bull has rear-ended us, so that is not good. But anyway, just getting back to my previous point, Crossy actually put in a report and we got a 10-second penalty. So we're 8th in the championship at the moment, not good. So yeah, we need to make some moves and well, we need to get our act together mainly, but here we go, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Solid reaction time, but we just go nowhere with cold tyres. That's what happens when you get removed from the formation lap. Down into turn 1, nearly 4 wide. We get a hit from behind by Sebastian. I think it wasn't our TP's been spun. We have front wing damage warning for a collision with Crossy. We've been hooked in the right rear. It's all kicking off. Josh is on our right. Kush is on our left. What the hell is going on right now? We get past the Alfa Romeo. Oh god, now there's a safety car. Jesus Christ, what a first couple of corners.
Positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Oh great. That is just the perfect start to the race. We've now dropped down to P7 and we've got front wing damage. Safety car has definitely saved us a little bit here, I feel like. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to box for mediums at the end of this lap, and we're going to switch over to a 2-stop and go for another set of mediums, probably around lap 15, 16, and yeah, hopefully that can see us through to the end quite nicely. Looks like everybody has actually gone for this strategy, so there's Aaron, Bailey's been in. Quite a few people looks like have opted for this change of strategy. New nose going on, as you can see there. Stop taking for absolutely ever. 8.4 seconds. We get jumped by Michael in the Haas as well, so this race has just gone absolutely perfectly at the moment.
Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Thanks, Jeff. It's I've been out of the pit lane for 2 seconds. Can you actually give me a chance? But anyway, P13 now. Oh, great. Alright, so we're going to have our work cut out. Effectively, somehow, I think we're actually P4, P5 on track.
Racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Alright, just about ready to go back racing. I wonder if Jeff was reminding us about our Australian penalty there. Bit cheeky from the old engineer. But anyway, it looks like we are back racing here. Green flags are waving and away we go. In the slipstream of Michael in the Haas now. We're going to try and make a move down into turn 1 if we can. I don't think we're close enough. We look, but no, too far back. So settle in behind the Haas at the moment as, oh, there's an AlphaTauri that's gone around. Michael nearly loses it as well. We get a great run, but unfortunately there's yellow flags, so I can't make a move. Waiting for them to clear. Green flags finally. We get up the inside, still side by side with the Haas, but we do get the move done eventually. But the problem is, because of all that has gone on, we're already out of DRS range of the guys ahead. What the hell have we got going on there? That's McLaren fighting with Bailey. I've got a funny feeling that's Mackenzie. And these two still going hammer and tong a lap later. Mac has started on hard, so he hasn't stopped yet. Side by side now. In to the right-hander, and Macca has been spun around by the Merc. Oh dear, that is not good for his race. I can safely say, I think from memory, he actually ends up in another incident late on, so McKenzie really not having a good start to this season. But on to lap 6, Bailey now clears the Haas, and now Aaron will be looking to do likewise, and I'll try and follow through if we can. Effectively, this is the battle for first, second and third. Aaron slices up the inside there quite nicely, but now the Haas trying to fight back. Probably a bit risky, side by side through there. This is going to give us an opportunity. We're going to try and make something work here. Down the inside of the Haas, if we can, lock up on the right front. Almost contact made, but not quite. We get away with it. Up into overtake and reach now. Hand up in the cockpit, and we should get that job done, and we do. Up to P9, right under the rear wing of the Racing Point now. Now at this stage, I wasn't really sure whether I wanted to go for a move or not. As you can see onto lap 8, I decided that I did because I could see Bailey getting away, and I felt like Aaron was holding me up. I actually felt like I was quicker, but as you can see there, definitely not willing to just let us through, so we're going to have to try and fight for this. As you can see there, I was just trying to tell him, you know, look, don't try and fight this too hard. I felt like I could get to Bailey, so, you know, I could tow you up, but again, Aaron not wanting any part of that, so we're going to have to make this move. Fair and square on track, very close to the back of the Racing Point. We nearly make contact there, just leaves us enough room, warning for a collision there. Whatever you think, game. Aaron tries to come back at us, but can't do anything, and we get the move done. Cracking side-by-side racing there with Aaron, and we get the job done up into P5, effective P2. Actually, no, I correct myself there, it's effective P3, because somehow Quinlan, who is in the pits there, as you can see, is effectively leading this race, which is quite impressive, it must be said. But anyway, all the way on to lap 12 now. Bailey has taken over the lead of the race from Sam in the Alfa Romeo, and then we have Josh in the McLaren, then ourselves in P4. This is the effective battle for the lead. Quinlan is involved in this as well. I think because he's got the undercut and he's on a set of hard tyres, I think he is actually the effective leader. So we're effectively fighting for P3 right now. We've got to try and get by Josh as quick as we can here, as I feel like I could go quicker, but again, this is what a few people have told me. Sometimes it just pays to be patient. Josh is just about within DRS range of Bailey, and he's hanging in there. And I thought to myself, okay, do I want to try and risk it? Have Josh try and defend? And maybe, I don't know, both of us lose DRS?
We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
That's a weird radio message. But anyway, like I was saying, I thought, you know, it's better to sit in line. We were still running at a real good pace, pulling away. As you can see, Aaron has actually gone for the undercut there. So what I'm going to do at the end of this lap is I'm going to respond, because I can see Aaron has come out into heavy traffic. So we're going to box at the end of lap 16, and we're going to put on another set of medium tyres to hopefully see us through to the end of this race. I'm amazed the other two haven't actually followed me in, to be honest, because Aaron effectively does have a chance of undercutting them. 2.6 second stop, nice work from the boys there. Just keeping an eye out for the Racing Point there. You can see him coming down the front straight in that almighty gaggle of cars. We're leaving the pit lane now. There he is. Massive gaggle of cars, about 4 or 5 cars there. And we are just going to come out ahead of that lot, only by literally not even half a car's length. You can see Aaron there battling with Ethan and Sam. Hopefully they might hold him up a little bit. We've got Albert and Mackenzie just up ahead going at it as well. You can see Aaron has now gotten up into P11, but crucially we did actually get out of DRS range of the Racing Point, so he's sitting there behind Sam at the moment, but not really looking like he's able to make moves. But as far as we're concerned, we're not waiting around. Up the inside of Albert in the penultimate corner on lap 17. Bit of a forceful move, it must be said. I don't think we squeezed him off there, but I don't think he was expecting us to go for the move. But as you can see, Quinlan, the effective leader, is 5 seconds up the road. So I'm wanting to get a bit of a wriggle on here. Now straight onto the back of our good mate Mackenzie Stewart. Hopefully he doesn't try and fight this too much. We're in Richmond overtake, brand new tyres, and yep, Macca doesn't try and fight that. No, that's just gonna, it's effectively a pointless battle. He's just gonna hold himself and myself up. So probably smart from the McLaren driver there, to be honest, just not to waste time. for either of us. But on to the end of lap 18. Looks like we've got Kush in the pits. Be interesting to see where he pops out at the end. And one of the leaders in, I think that might be Josh, as we set the fastest lap of the race. No, actually, forget that, I don't know what I was on about. On to the next lap. Bailey is now in. Both Mercedes actually in, so that's a double stack for the Silver Arrows. That's interesting, but while all that's been going on, we have actually caught up to the back of Quinlan very quickly. And worth mentioning, we have a 4-second gap to Bailey. Now, one other thing worth mentioning is he has a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So effectively, we have about a 9-second lead over the Mercedes driver, but we make the move on Quinlan down the back straight there. 9 laps to go, and now we effectively lead the Bahrain Grand Prix from being 13th or 14th under a safety car onto lap 21. Josh and Michael both peel in for their final stop, and there we go.
Great job. Excellent work. First place now, P1.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We are P1, but we can't relax because Quinlan's still within DRS, but I feel like we'll be able to pull away from the Red Bull on hard tyres. But Bailey is the one that we really need to watch out for. Across the line to start lap 22, he does a fastest lap of a 27.7. That is basically a second or more quicker than what we're doing. So that Mercedes is bloody rapid behind us. But as I said, worth remembering, he has that 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So on to lap 23. Here he comes, that is just a no contest. I don't even try and fight that, as there is just no point. He locks up massively on the right front. That will not help his cause. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I try and fight that? Well, the simple reason is, he's trying to take those soft 11 odd laps in this race. Now even on low fuel, those tyres are going to be absolutely shot by the end of this race. So my thinking was, if I could stay within a second and a half, with about 2, maybe 3 laps to go, we should actually be able to start coming back at the Mercedes here and maybe try and win the race on track. And as you can see, we've been able to do that quite well. On to the end of lap 27, we've just about still got DRS on Bailey. 29.2, not a bad lap considering we've done about, what, 10, 12 laps on these set of medium tyres. But here we go, on to the penultimate lap of the race now. Effectively coming to start the final lap, gap half a second to the Mercedes driver. We are going to win this race on penalties at the moment, but we want to win it on track anyway. So here we go, Rich overtakes Slipstream. We're going to go down the inside. He doesn't try and fight that too hard. But down the inside we go, lock up on the right front, but we take the lead on the final lap. But crucially, Bailey's now got DRS as we come back up the hill here. We're in Rich and overtake, but we got absolutely nothing to try and defend with. Bailey looks to try to go round the outside there. That is very risky. We lose the back end there as well. Still side by side with the Mercedes driver. Endless right-hander now where him and Macca come to blows. Luckily we get through there okay. Bailey still looking to try and come back up our inside. I leave him a little bit of room there. Not really a full car's width there, as he wasn't really up far. He wasn't even really there, so yeah, I probably could have actually taken the normal line now that I look back on it. But anyway, we've got the lead. Half a lap to go now. We've got 6 seconds to the guys behind. Now another thing worth mentioning, while that scrapping was going on there with Bailey, is we get very loose on the exit of the left-hander there. Come on Andrew, keep it together. 2 corners left now. Bailey has actually got the 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So at the moment, the Mercedes driver, I don't even think he's going to finish on the podium. So that will do wonders for us in terms of trying to make up ground in the championship. But through the final corner we come now. From what was a disastrous start, we have come back through, showed our class, showed our pace, and we win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Yes boys, that's how we do it. Alright, so there we go guys, that has been today's video, TNF1 from Bahrain. Hope you enjoyed, that was a cracker of a race. Josh comes home in P2, Kush P3, Josh, driver of the day, without a doubt, P12 to P2, that's a real good job from him. But we bounced back well from Australia, hopefully we can carry that momentum on to Vietnam, but we'll wait and see. But if you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope everybody is well, stay safe until the next video, which should be tomorrow actually, if all goes well. So until then, look after yourselves, hope you're all well, and I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.